हाय स्टूडेंट्स। तो हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे थे रिप्रोडक्शन इन ऑर्गेनिजम्स एंड इन दिस चैप्टर वी हैड कवर्ड अबाउट द इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट एज वेल एज अबाउट द asexual reproduction. So today we'll start with the second type of reproduction, that is sexual reproduction. So as we had discussed in the asexual type that there is no involvement of gametes in asexual reproduction. So in contrast to that, in case of sexual reproduction, there is involvement of two opposite gametes. One is male gamete and second is female gamete. Either these both type of gametes, they can be produced in the same organism, or male and female gametes, they can come from different parent organisms. Okay, so in this in this lecture we'll discuss about this sexual reproduction in detail. Okay, so in case of sexual reproduction, the first thing, that is involvement of male and female gamete from same parent or two different parents. So this male gamete and female gamete, if there is fusion of male and female gamete, then we call it fertilization. Fertilization. So suppose this is a male organism and this is a female organism. It is producing its male gamete and it is producing the female gamete. Then there is a fusion of male and female gamete, so it will produce a zygote, and this production of this zygote, it is called fertilization. It is called fertilization. Now, after fertilization, this zygote undergoes development to form embryo through many stages like morula, blastula, gastrula. So in this process, the whole development of zygote into embryo will be going on. So see here, the process where zygote is forming, that is the fertilization. So before the fertilization process, these are called pre-fertilization events. Pre-fertilization events. In this, there will be formation of the gametes, formation of male and female gametes, which we call as gametogenesis. And then after production of these male and female gamete, the next step should be the transfer of male gamete to the female gamete, because generally in most of the cases male gamete is found to be motile. So generally the male gamete is motile. Okay, so there must be a transfer of male gamete to the female gamete. Okay, so that we call as gamete transfer. Gamete transfer. So these two steps, these are covered under pre-fertilization events. ठीक है. Then the fertilization will be there, and after that from zygote the formation of embryo. So that is the process after fertilization process. So we call it as post fertilization event. Post fertilization events. Okay, so here there will be formation of zygote as well as formation of embryo. ठीक है, so here will be zygote formation and formation of embryo. So we call it as embryogenesis. Now see, in case of all the sexually reproducing organisms, the male gamete as well as the female gamete, they are found to be haploid. Okay, so they are found to be haploid, and when there is fusion of male and female gamete, so the zygote which is formed here, it is a diploid. Okay, so now after this formation of zygote, there is a development in the zygote. So these all the process, because multiple cells are being produced, so here it will be mitosis. It will be mitosis. And now suppose if the parent is diploid, if the parent is diploid, then for production of gamete, whether it is male or female, so for production of gamete there should be a meiotic type of cell division. So here will be meiosis. Okay, and if the parent is haploid, like in some of the lower organism, okay, algae, so there will be simply mitotic division. Okay, so now we are going to discuss this gametogenesis, gamete transfer, which are covered under pre-fertilization event, then fertilization, and then post-fertilization events in detail. Now see, before starting the actual pre-fertilization event, let us discuss some of the important common terms which come under this topic. Like suppose if the animal, we are taking example of animals, if both male and female gamete are producing in the same animal, if male and female gamete are produced in one parent, in same animal, okay, so that animal is called hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite. And here we can take example of tapeworm, earthworm, leech, and sponges. So these are some of the animals which are bisexual, okay, which are bisexual, because male as well as female gamete, these are produced in the similar parent. So we call this bisexual animal as hermaphrodite. Bisexual animal as hermaphrodite. And in most of the higher organism animals, they are unisexual. They are unisexual. So here we can take example of unisexual. We also can take example of cockroach and other higher animals. Okay, so now comes to plants. In plants, as we know, the reproductive organ in case of plant is flower. So flower is the reproductive organ where both male as well as female, both male and female gamete, they can be produced in the same flower. So both male and female gamete, they can be produced in same flower. Then we call it as bisexual flower. Okay, so here we can take example of hibiscus or China rose. Now if only one gamete is producing, then we call it as unisexual flower. Now if suppose the male gamete is producing, only male gamete, then we call it as staminate. And if only female gamete is producing, then we call it as pistillate. And these both are unisexual. Okay, now see, in a plant, both male and female gamete. Suppose this is the plant. So here in this plant, both male and female, they can be on different flowers. Or they can also be on the same flower. So in both the cases, the plant is called as bisexual plant. So that bisexual plant, that can have both the male and female gamete on the same flower or on the different flower, but in the same plant. So in both the cases, the plant is called as bisexual or monoecious, or we can also call it as homothallic plant. Here we can take example of coconut or cucurbit. These both are example of monoecious plant. Okay, now in case of unisexual plant, that unisexual plant can have only a single gamete. Either it can be male gamete or female gamete. So that unisexual plant, example here, see, in case of unisexual plant, if the male gamete is there, then we will call it as staminate, and if female gamete is there, then we will call it as pistillate. Okay, so here we can take example of papaya. Okay, papaya. Now these are some of the common terms which will come again and again in this chapter of sexual reproduction. Okay, so here we have discussed about the bisexual flower, unisexual flower, bisexual plant, unisexual plant, and about bisexual animal, which we call it as hermaphrodite. Okay, so in case of animals, if the production of male reproductive unit is called as spermatogenesis, and that particular male gamete is called as sperm or antherozoid. Okay, and if production of female reproductive unit, then we will call it as oogenesis, and that female gamete is called as egg or ovum. Okay, so now we are going to discuss this sexual reproduction in detail. So in case of sexual reproduction, there are three main events: pre-fertilization, fertilization, and post-fertilization. So in case of pre-fertilization, first part that is essential for the fertilization process, there should be formation of gametes. Which we call it as gametogenesis. And next, after formation of male and female gamete, there should be fusion, right? And for that process, there should be a transfer of male gamete and female gamete. So there should be gamete transfer, and generally male gamete is found to be motile. Okay, so in case of gametogenesis, the gametes are actually, in some of the organism, these gametes are found to be morphologically similar. They are found to be morphologically similar. Okay, here we can take example of cladophora. Other example we can take that of Ulothrix. So you can see here there is no difference in the male and female gamete if we see it on the outer surface. So morphologically they are found to be similar. So we call these type of morphologically similar gametes as isogamete, or homogamete or homogamete. Next, male and female, they can be different. That is the other condition. ठीक है? So, if they are not morphologically similar, so they are morphologically dissimilar, then we call it as heterogamete. Heterogamete. So here we can take example of, see, this is the male gamete and this is the female gamete. So here we can take example of fucus, which is an algae, or we can take example of human as well. So here this is the sperm, which is male gamete, and this is the egg or female gamete. Okay, so you can see here, generally in most of the organisms, most of the higher organisms, the size of female gamete is found to be large as compared to the male gamete. Why it is so? Because that zygote formation is going to be occur in the female body. Okay, so नेचर ने कुछ ऐसा बनाया है फीमेल गैमेट को कि मोस्ट ऑफ द ऑर्गेनिज्म में जो फीमेल गैमेट का जो साइज है वो बड़ा रहता है, बिकॉज जो मेल गैमेट है दैट इज फाउंड टू बी मोटाइल इन मोस्ट ऑफ द ऑर्गेनिज्म एंड फीमेल गैमेट इज फाउंड टू बी नॉन मोटाइल. एंड सेकेंड कंडीशन, the number of male gamete is found to be very high as compared to the female gamete. So just to maintain that motile nature as well as the number of male gamete, the size of male gamete is found to be very less as compared to the female gamete. So generally male gamete is found to be motile and size of male gamete is found to be less as compared to the female gamete, plus number of male gamete is generally 1000 times higher as compared to the female gamete. Okay, so this is the example in case of human. And what is the scientific name of human? That is Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens. So this is about the difference or similarity in case of gametes. Okay, so if the parent body is diploid, then it has to go through meiosis cell division to form that male gamete or female gamete which is haploid. So the cell which is responsible for the production of gamete, the cell which is responsible for the formation of gamete and which is undergoing meiosis process, we call it as meiocyte. Okay, the cell which is undergoing meiosis type of cell division to form a gamete, so that cell we call it as meiocyte. Okay, suppose we are taking example of human. So in case of human, the myocyte is containing that myocyte which is containing the number of chromosomes present in myocyte. In case of human, it is 46, whereas after meiosis the number of chromosomes present in either gamete, that will be 23. So as we know, हमारी बॉडी में 23 number of chromosomes they are coming from the father and 23 chromosomes they are coming from the mother. Okay, so total there are 23 pairs of chromosomes in a human body, and our body is diploid type. We are following diplontic life cycle. Okay, so in case of human, that is 46 and 23. Okay, so generally where this meiosis process is going on, the number of chromosomes in case of gamete, that will be exactly half the number of chromosomes present in the myocytes. We can take lots of example like that of cats, okay, dogs. So in all the cases, the number of chromosomes are found to be double in case of myocyte as compared to the number of chromosomes present in gametes. Okay, so now there are some example of plants as we can take as monocarpic plant. Monocarpic plant are the plants which flower only once in their life cycle, which can flower or which produce flower only once in their life cycle. See, जैसा हमने लाइफ स्पैन में डिस्कस किया था that in a lifespan, here before the reproduction phase, there is a juvenile phase. In case of animals, whereas in case of plants we call it as vegetative phase. Okay, so what is this juvenile phase and what is this vegetative phase? See, from the time of germination of seeds, up to the time where flowering season is going to be happen, that particular time is called as vegetative phase in case of plants. And in case of animals, from birth up to the reproductive phase, we call it as juvenile phase. Okay, and after this reproductive phase, the next phase that is coming, that is aging or senescence, which is the progressive deterioration of the parts of that living organism, whether it is a plant or it is an animal. We generally use the term senescence in case of plants and we use aging term in case of animals. Okay, so these monocarpic plant, these produce flowers only once in their life cycle. See, as they are producing flowers, that means their reproductive phase is going to be only once in their life cycle. Okay, after that they will produce seeds and they will die, right? So here we can take example of wheat, rice. These are the annual plants. These are the annual plants. Now what is this annual plant? Means the annual plant means that they are going to be complete their life cycle in a single year. They are going to be complete their life cycle in 1 year. Okay. In case of biennial plant, they are going to be complete their life cycle in 2 years. In 2 years, but they will produce flowers only once. Okay, that means जो first जो phase होगा इनकी लाइफ साइकिल का, जो फर्स्ट ईयर होगा दैट विल बी वेजिटेटिव फेज, एंड सेकेंड जो ईयर होगा दैट विल बी रिप्रोडक्टिव फेज. सो दे आर गोइंग टू कंप्लीट देयर लाइफ साइकिल in 2 years. In 2 years. That's why they are called as biennial plant. Okay. So we can also take example of bamboo. Bamboo plant. It produces its flower after 50 to 100 years. And only once. And only once in its लाइफ. सो अपने लाइफ स्पैन में ये सिर्फ एक ही बार रिप्रोडक्शन करता है, और वो भी 50 to 100 ईयर्स के बाद. ठीक है. बट फ्लावरिंग इज गोइंग टू बी हैपन ओनली वंस. सो वी विल कंसिडर इट इन मोनोकार्पिक प्लांट. we will consider it in monocarpic plant. Next we can take example of Strobilanthes kunthiana. Strobilanthes kunthiana, which also called as Neela Kuranji. Neela Kuranji. It is a beautiful plant which has very beautiful blue colored flowers, and generally ये जो Strobilanthes kunthiana है ये हर 12 साल के बाद अपने फ्लावर्स को प्रोड्यूस करता है. सो आफ्टर एवरी 12 years इट प्रोड्यूस इट्स फ्लावर्स. मतलब कि हर 12 साल के बाद में इसका रिप्रोडक्टिव फेज शुरू होगा. ठीक है. सो लास्ट टाइम in 2018 it has produced the beautiful blue flowers, and the whole region of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, the south region, they are filled with that beautiful blue colored flowers. Okay, so that's why the name is Neela Kuranji, because of its blue colored flowers. Okay, next we talk about the polycarpic plant. Polycarpic plant. So these polycarpic plant they produce flowers multiple times. They produce flowers multiple times, and usually more than 2 times. More than 2 times. They are considered as polycarpic plants. Here we can take example of apple, mango, orange, जो कि यूजुअली हर एक साल ही अपने फ्लावर्स को प्रोड्यूस करती है, अपने फ्रूट्स को प्रोड्यूस करती है. ठीक है. सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ polycarpic plants. Now in case of gamete transfer, see, as I told you that male gamete is found to be motile and female gamete is found to be non-motile generally. So there has to be some medium in case of those gametes which are motile. So in some of the aquatic organism, when both male and female gamete both are motile. So in these aquatic plant, that water acts as a medium. Water acts as a medium for the transportation of these gametes, so that there will be fusion of the gametes. Okay, so aquatic organism may, and in some of the frogs, see, there are multiple of male gamete. There are multiple number of male gamete, but जितने नंबर ऑफ मेल गैमेट प्रोड्यूस हो रहे हैं उतने नंबर ऑफ ऑर्गेनिज्म, उतने नंबर ऑफ ऑफ स्प्रिंग्स प्रोड्यूस नहीं होते, बिकॉज इन वाटर देयर आर सम लार्ज साइज्ड organisms are also there which act as a predators to this newly formed organism. So most of the new offsprings which are going to be developed, they are not actually developing, they are not actually surviving. Okay, so some of only a few of the organisms are found to be new, they are developing. Okay, in case of these aquatic type of organisms. Okay, so in case of animals, in case of higher animals, the process for this transfer of male gamete to the female gamete, that is going to be occur through the process which we call as copulation. Okay, and in case of plants we call that process as pollination. Pollination, because in case of plants that male gamete is pollen grain. Okay, and that female gamete, that is the ovule. So we'll call that process by which the male gamete is going to be transferred to the female part of the plant, we call that process as pollination. This pollination can be self pollination, matlab ki within the plant, or it can be cross pollination between two different plants. Okay, so this is all about the pre-fertilization process. In the next video we'll discuss about the next steps of fertilization, about the